This episode is brought to you by Freestyle Photographic Supply.
Here I am, again in the city, with a fistful of dollars, and baby, you better believe I'm back, back in New York. I'm back, back in New York. I'm back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Ooh, look at this. I got a nice white Tesla. Ooh. All
Hey.
good. How do you do this?
Never in my 34 years of living have I traveled to New York twice in the same year. So I do count myself a lucky duck. Airline points definitely come in handy. But why, might you ask, was I in New York again? BFC, Brooklyn Film Camera, Lomo, and Kodak were joining forces to hold a big-ass rager of a party in Prospect Park on September 23rd, 2023. Just in case you were watching this in 2030 and were like, what? That doesn't make sense. Millions of you film nerds were about to flock to the biggest apple to party with some celluloid. And it just so happened that my brother's birthday was that same week. Also, not to mention, I like to party.
And I like to party.
And I like to party.
So I decided, what the hey Arnold? I should head that way too.
Who's that? Hi.
Going back to New York would be nice because I would be able to hang out with Birgit and David again. If you remember, we all went on a big ass trip together. So it was really cool that I could see them sooner rather than later. And those first 2 nights, I'd be staying with Birgit and her partner Dave. And I have to say, that first night was great, just to catch up with the two of them and eat some really, really yummy New York pizza, unlike the last time we were here. The three of us needed to keep it easy that night since, well, tomorrow would be the big event day.
Bébé, oui j'ai trop de problèmes, chérie, depuis mon baptême.
Well, you might be asking, what camera did I bring? Now, if some of you follow me on that doom scrolling app Instagram, I put a poll out there for you guys to decide my camera fate for this extended weekend. And with a radiant landslide, 40% of you chose my Nikon F3. Who would have thought? I never saw that coming. Also, like, what's yo? Why so much hate for my Blue Bessa? What did she ever do to you? 11%? It's not a good percentage. No one ever wants to beat 11%. But really, I guess it never had a chance. Found out that Trev from the darkroom rigged the game. Yeah, he created like 32 Instagram accounts so that I would be forced to take my F3. You know he has a thing for Nikon. Well played, Trev. Well played. But to be honest, I had only put one test roll through that camera before, so honestly, it was the right call.
Coffee, look at this spread in the morning. Oh, look at that.
Okay, so now would be a good time to tell you that our event was, well, rained out. And the backup plan, well, was also rained out too. So instead of Prospect Park, BFC decided to host at their new HQ, but in waves, since, well, technically they have a capacity limit. Bummer? Yeah, for sure. But hey, I was cool with it. I'd never seen their space before, and everyone had been talking it up. It would mean that I would at least stay as dry as a cactus sitting on your windowsill, only to be watered once a week, inevitably to die. Wow, that was morbid.
That's so cool. If you're lucky.
After a quiet private tour of the retail space and their bathrooms where I'd be spending some time, we prepared for the day. And of course, Tim Ryugo from Kodak Alaris showed up packing some massive heat. Those golden bricks are worth everything to us film photographers. Honestly, more than actual gold. What would you even buy with gold bricks anyway? You can't buy Leicas or you can't buy Nikons or point shoots.
We have swag today. We do have swag.
I don't have gold bricks, so I don't know. Maybe it's worth something. Yeah. Okay, so I know at this point I sound like a broken record. I just know it. I always say it, but I'm gonna say it again. Lomo 800 slaps so hard.
Oh my God. I can hold it.
Six 658 836.
836.
Right, Photography.
Holds 35mm 120 and 110 film.
That's awesome.
Venture down the hallway, you're gonna send it out or For the rest of your time here, we got beer and wine up at the counter. Dan, you wanna raise your hand?
Just like most events where you're shouting and yelling and chatting with all the people about how to take down the digital sensors, this day was exhausting and fun as hell. So many awesome people braved the elements to come out to this event, and so many dope prizes were given away to the film community that showed up. BFC was giving out discounts. Film Objective was giving people the chance to try a new camera. Lomo was giving away big-ass totes for you to hide your dead body inside of, and Tim was giving away pro packs like Oprah gives away cars. You get a car and you get a pro pack of Portra 160. It was glorious. Overall, fun-ass time, but we were not done.
Who's planning to go to the after party, by the way? Hell yeah. David's gonna tell you a little bit about it. This is David from Beers and Cameras NYC. Pass the mic to him.
All right, hello.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is Jonathan the King doing here? Aren't I lucky? And not to mention, my brother came out all the way from Manhattan to party. It's honestly really far. Like, he traveled farther than I did from California. It's that far.
Oh, that one felt good. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. Come on, stop.
Oh yeah.
There we
Nicely
go.
done. And good job on the soft boiling.
Oh yeah,
Very
soft
good.
boil.
So after having my first soft-boiled egg ever, whoa, okay, I know, back off please. They're amazing and I get it now. I ended up getting my ass off the couch and packed my bags for Manhattan. I'd be staying with my brother the next 2 nights and I really needed to get a move on. The rain was definitely making us all a bit lazy. Once I finally met up with my brother, I headed back to his place for a little CW. No, not the network that has cheesy, but amazing shows like Supernatural, Chillin' and Wine.
Orange wine. Time. New York is loud.
That next day, rain or rain, I was gonna go take some bangers. My brother unfortunately had to work until 4, so I had most of the day of my own to walk around the streets. Also, I guess this is a nice picture of a lamppost. I guess? I probably should have focused on the lady in the background, or maybe I did and I just missed. I don't really know. The green looks good though. The light looks nice. And of course, to go to the Apple Store to check out the new iPhone drips. Also, fun fact, this big-ass Apple Cube was the first Apple Store I had ever been to, ever, on a field trip in high school. It was very much like being at home. Honestly, ProRes log on the new iPhone might have to happen, even though that the pink regular iPhone 15 is hot with 2 T's. But after I was kicked out from drooling all over the new phones, I headed south. I would be meeting up with another buddy of mine for some yummy food and a quick jaunt around the streets. Now, before we get into some more moody vibes, I want to give you the lowdown on today's sponsor, Freestyle Photo. Freestyle is one of the biggest photographic suppliers in the country, serving both the online and local community here in LA. Ever since I've started my film photography journey, I had been shopping at Freestyle, so it's only natural that we partner up. Anytime I need a new film or even chemicals, I would pop on over to Freestyle's LA location and they would always have what I needed. And when I was feeling lazy, or even more so when I couldn't leave the house because of, well, 2020 reasons, ordering online was a breeze, and not to mention super fast as well. Freestyle has everything from film to enlargers, printers, cameras, chemicals, bags, papers. Honestly, you name it, they have it. Well, maybe not toilet paper. Freestyle is striving to get film into the hands of those who love the medium and want to keep exploring that love even further. I've recently teamed up with the folks at Freestyle to be a part of the new advisory board, so I'm excited to share more of that in the future. So if you're running a bit low on stock, check out Freestyle for all your photo and film needs. Just follow the link in the description box below. Now let's get back to shooting some more film in New York. This one of the kid and the mother with the Adidas jacket is so awesome. The only thing that might have made it better is that if the kid wasn't wearing a lighter jacket and if it was a bit darker in the photo, which I guess I could fix in Photoshop if I wanted to. I've said it before, but Joshua Tree 2022 was a pivotal moment for me. I met so many awesome people that weekend that changed my life, and I'm not just being sentimental to try to make you cry. Have you cried yet, though?
Oh, look who it is, it's Chris.
Mr. Chris Chu is one of those people. He's such an awesome human to be around and is so inspiring. His creative vision and drive is humbling, to say the least. This day, we honestly just caught up. We hadn't really chatted much since he's moved to New York, and I wanted to know how he was doing in this new place he called home.
With my buddies hanging out. Chris underneath the umbrella.
Yet again, just like Chicago, I was having so much fun with this zoom lens. I must say, I enjoyed the Nikon F3's body way more than the FA's. Don't get me wrong, the FA has some sex appeal. Its matrix meter is spot on, which is definitely better than the F3's meter, but the F3's body is banging. Later that night, Chase and I just head back to his place and turned on the CW vibes. and watch the new Turtles movie. And OMG, side note, the new TMNT is so good. That animation style is killer. I also just really love Ninja Turtles.
These sounds. Well, it's a little bit of a bummeritaville. I have to go home. New York has been fun. Hasn't been warm and welcoming. It's been rainy and damp, just like the last time I was here. But it's been fun. I mean, how many times can I say that I've been to New York twice in a year? Like, that's phenomenal. And it's always fun to see Birgit and Ben and David and Chris and obviously my brother. Yeah, I mean, come on, like, it's just so much fun being here in the New York film community or being adjacent to it and having so many friends in this community because it feels really cool. So I'm always glad to come out and hang and just chill, take photos in the streets, but then not just like, you know, talk shop and talk life. It's my brother's birthday. My wake up alarm is going off. So say happy birthday in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you back in LA, baby. Okay, I get it. I'm waking up.
Today I'd be meeting up with David before heading back to LA. Some of his work would be featured in a gallery that was opening that night, and unfortunately, me being a terrible friend, decided to book a way out early. But lucky for me, the gallery owner was nice enough to open up the space so that I could get a private tour. David kind of told him I was a big deal and couldn't be seen around crowds. Which is true depending on who you talk to. Mostly my mom. Even though this last photo of David is a bit out of focus, it honestly feels timeless. It's actually kind of weird. I don't know if I would want him to be any sharper than he is. I must admit, this might be my favorite from the entire weekend. I love everything about this photo, except for, well, maybe the thing in the corner. Okay, heading to the airport. Heading home. Rewind. And, oh, it broke. The rewind knob broke. Oh, God.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
We keeping it back on?
I think so. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off now.
Oh, God.